as people say, where you're trying to save and help everybody else, and in that process you neglect yourself. It's a full-time job working on yourself and developing yourself, and those people that you have been looking after and taking care of may not necessarily be there for you. It's a harsh reality, but sometimes that's the case. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, you're very welcome. For those that are returning subscribers, thank you very much. If you're new to my channel, I post my videos on Thursdays and Sundays at 6:30 p.m. So consider pressing that subscribe button if you enjoy this type of content. And please guys, can you like this video, because it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And for today's video, we are going to do another African proverb. I love African teachings and I am African as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. So this African proverb, I actually don't know what country it originates from, but it just said African proverb. So I was like, okay, I'm alright with it. And it says that the rain beats on the leopard's skin, but it doesn't wash out the spots. And how I've personally taken it is that no matter how hard you try, you cannot change someone's character unless they are themselves ready to change. You can assist someone in getting them to change, but unless they are willing and ready to change themselves, they are not going to change. They may change for a short period of time, and it's not going to be long lasting because they didn't truly want to change. And sometimes people can be in a really bad situation and you're really wanting to help them out and provide them with like a way out of the situation they're in, and they want to change, but they haven't fully given themselves up for that change or really given into that change. And then you're both wasting each other's time. But I'm not saying don't help people out, guys, don't misquote me. But usually when people are ready to change, that's when they will change. When people addicted to smoking or alcohol, they can go in rehab so many times and say, I want to quit, I want to stop smoking, I want to stop drinking, and going to rehab several times. And one day they will make the decision that, okay, enough is enough and I am quitting. And although the journey may be hard, they really try to persist in their decision, because then they've made the decision to make that change. It's a full-time job changing yourself and making sure you're the best version of yourself you can be. Don't fall into the trap of being the helper or being the savior, as people say, where you're trying to save and help everybody else, and in that process you neglect yourself. It's a full-time job working on yourself and developing yourself. And sometimes it's okay to look after yourself first, because if you're non-functional, you're no help to anybody else, and now you're a burden to somebody else. So look after yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Make sure you take care of yourself first and let your cup runneth over, and then you give others from the overflow. Don't be draining yourself out to be the helping hand, to be the savior of everybody else. In the long run, it is going to affect you, and those people that you have been looking after and taking care of may not necessarily be there for you. It's a harsh reality, but sometimes that's the case. Most people that are the saving grace, most people that are the ones that are helping people out, when they're in a situation where they now need help, many people do not lend a helping hand. So sometimes remember to put yourself first and take care of yourself. And once you're recharged, you can help others, and not in a way that's detrimental to you. And that's either financially, emotionally, intellectually, in whatever capacity. And one of the other ways that they elaborated this in this African proverb is that they said that if you create a bad reputation for yourself For example, let's say if you're a bully and you're constantly agonizing people, you're constantly beating people up, you're constantly saying negative things to people, and just being mean to people, you develop a negative reputation. No matter how many good deeds you do or how much good you do, it's going to be hard for people to forget all those bad things you have done, and it's going to be very hard to change all their opinions, because as much good as you can do and whatnot, you may have changed. Deep down, they themselves thinking, maybe this is just a front. What do they actually want? What do they have to gain out of them being nice like this? So it's just, be very careful of what kind of reputation you're creating for yourself, because it's very difficult to wipe that out from hundreds of people's memories. I think what's really relevant during this time period that we're living in is also be very careful of your social media presence. What are the things that you're posting that you're associated with? Because once your face is out there and you go viral for the wrong reasons, trying to clear your name or trying to get people to realize that you're actually not this kind of person may prove to be difficult. That's why you just need to be very conscious of the things you say to people, because this whole cyberbullying issue, now like people have what they call Twitter fingers. It's very easy to type a few words over a computer on your phone and say something and comment something bad on someone's picture, but the effect that you're gonna have on that person may be long lasting. That comment may be the reason someone steps away from their greatness, someone never achieves the things that they want to achieve. Trying to revert negative publicity can be very difficult. And although you may not be that person and it was something that you did that was out of character, people are very likely to look away from all the good that you've done and focus on the negative thing that you've just done. And one example I saw, it was a maths teacher that had written the 9 times tables, and he had written 1 times 9 is 8 or 0, something like that. And then he wrote the rest of the times tables correctly. And the students in the class started laughing. 9 times 1 is not 0 or it's not 8. They focused just on that one question that he got wrong out of the 11 that he got right. And he highlighted that a lot of people, they will focus on the negative thing that you've done, or the thing that you get wrong, or the thing that you fail on, and fail to acknowledge everything else that you've done right. Unfortunately, part of the human nature, unless you become conscious of that. And also, I think another way I'd want to look at this African proverb is that you have to realize that the things you say to people, or the way you act or treat someone, can be that spot on a leopard and be a negative impact on that leopard's skin. And no matter how much water, no matter how much you try to now butter them up, you try to revert what you said, that spot may be there for the rest of their life. Words like that can be damaging, because you can work on yourself and do all of this and be a fantastic person who knows themselves, but everyone is gonna has a moments where they doubt themselves, where they let their mind take over. It might be short-lived, but they may relive the words that you said to them several times and start to question and doubt themselves. So it's just be very careful of what you say to people, very careful of how you present yourself on social media, be very careful of trying to be the savior, because as nice as it is to help other people, when it is now detrimental to you, something has to give. You're then going about helping people in the wrong way, because at the end of the day, maybe when you're struggling, no one may be there for you the same way that you were there for them. And it's also, you don't really help people out with the expectancy that they're going to help you out, but there are times when you are going to need people's help, and it would be a shame for you to drain your own energy and give it to other people, that when you now need energy from them, they're not able to give you that, or are not willing to give you that. The African proverb for today: the rain beats on the leopard skin, but it doesn't wash out the spots. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it's giving you some things to think about, and I will see you lovely people in my next video.